HBO Wednesday night, the best hour of comedy on TV. Don't miss it, ever. First on Dream On.
God, Martin, you've really got talent.
Maybe, but the torch is passed on.
Oh, Jeremy, I read some of your writing. I really enjoyed it.
Personally, I didn't think it's very good, but that's not the point.
His writing speaks to every part of me, Marty.
What? Then on Larry Sanders.
I'm going to produce the People's Choice Awards this year.
Did my name even come up for the People's Choice thing? No, I don't want to do it. It just seems that they would want me to do it.
I'm glad to see you're coming aboard the People's Choice.
Larry's still the People's Choice, isn't he?
Dream On and Larry Sanders, the best hour of comedy on TV. Wednesday night at 10, only on HBO.
Next on HBO. Martin Tupper, the world's most lovable and lucky daydreamer, is back, and so is the whole gang for another outlandish episode of Dream On. Next on HBO.
Hi, I'm Dennis Woolery. Next week, my staff and I are taking a vacation. We'll be going to George Foreman's new fitness and meditation retreat. It's hamburgers and bataka bats. But we'll be back the following week, November 25th, with the master of nothingness, Jerry Seinfeld. Our topic, American efficiency.
Oh, you taping something?
Dennis Miller Live. The new season returns November 25th on HBO.
Not Kramer, not George, not Elaine. Seinfeld, November 25th. Aloha.
Simply the best choice on TV. HBO.